Hello, everybody. My name is Emily Keim, and I'm here to tell you about my research project for my capstone class. My research was about stroke knowledge retention, studying the relationship of nursing units, experience, and education on stroke knowledge. How many of you are aware that stroke was found to be the leading cause of death in America by the CDC? Yeah, about 1 in 20 Americans will die due to strokes and their complications. The large impact it has on our patients is what led me to want to know more about how well nurses really know and can identify strokes. My main research questions for this project were, is stroke knowledge impacted by nursing units, education, and experience? And what exactly is that relationship? I had hypothesized that each one of these factors would play a large role in nursing knowledge, and I had thought that the nurses with more experience, more education, and more exposure would have the greatest amount of stroke knowledge. My research was a quantitative descriptive comparison study. The research was done in my hospital in Lincoln, Nebraska. I used an online questionnaire that assessed the nurses' knowledge about stroke recognition, risk factors, and readiness, as well as nurse demographics. What I found with 248 participants is that total knowledge scores did range as expected. The average per unit followed my hypothesis that units with more exposure had greater knowledge. Education also had a positive impact on knowledge. Higher scores were associated with continuing education and attending our stroke training class. What I was surprised to find was that experience really didn't have a large impact on stroke knowledge. All averages were about the same, and the ranges in scores were not congruent with any type of pattern. In fact, higher scores were found with less experienced nurses. In conclusion, I believe that this project found that increased education and unit focuses have a positive impact on stroke knowledge, and years of experience did not. To better prepare nurses to recognize and respond to acute strokes, we should make that stroke class offered mandatory and help units that are less prepared become more prepared. This class could also be offered as a refresher course for nurses with greater than 10 years experience and in units that have less exposure. Thank you for listening. I had a lot of fun with this research project, and I hope you learned something new.